Hey guys, what's going on? Megan here. Victor fucking Richards. What the fuck Wednesday? And you guys have requested that I cover this behemoth. I want to call him a legend because he had some of the best genetics in the world, but he never competed in the Mr. Olympia. Regardless, best genetics, if not top two of all time. I mean, look at the pecs. Look at the fucking quads. Sources say anywhere from 32 to 36 inches. Think about that. His legs were bigger than the average person's waist. And even as a teenager, even as a young nigga, he had some crazy genetics. And obviously steroids just took that to the next level. But anyway, guys, this is another episode of What the Fuck Wednesday, where we just talk about genetic freaks or people who just have impressive body parts. Make sure you get caught up on the previous episodes. Alright, so let's talk about Victor Richards. I'm sure a lot of you guys are already familiar with him. So let's go right into the stats. Obviously, he was 5'9", 5'10", over 300 pounds, which puts his fat-free mass index at around 40. Probably higher. I'm actually being generous at putting 40. Because depending on who you ask, this guy was as heavy as 330, 350 pounds. So even if he was down to 10% body fat at around 300 pounds. That puts him at 40. And to put it into perspective, Arnold was in the high 20s, Phil Heath in the low 30s. So this guy is blowing everyone out of the water. No one should weigh over 300 pounds weighing 5'9", with visible abs. I mean, this guy's genetics were insane. And if we look at the rest of his what the fuck stats, arms were rumored to be 26 inches, waist, again, 32 to 36, thighs, 35 to 37. So once again, calves at 24, which is impressive because most black people actually have shitty calves. Neck 22 inches. To me, this blows my mind. How is your neck bigger than most people's legs? And obviously, he was rumored to bench over 600 pounds. Some say 650. And surprisingly, unlike a lot of the crazy stats that are out there, a lot of people actually, a lot of veterans, a lot of bodybuilders actually confirm these stats. They said he was ridiculously strong. But if you grew up in the 90s and you were into bodybuilding, you definitely heard about him. And obviously, where is he from? You guys guessed it, Nigeria. See, I told you motherfuckers, man. These Nigerian people are not to be fucked with. The craziest bodybuilding genetics come from Nigeria. Nigeria, Ghana, and the Cameroon-Congo region. If you want more detail on why this region produces so many bodybuilding genetics, go look at my video on BBC Genetics and my video on the UFC fighters. But yeah, a lot of the genetic freaks come from this region, this whole West Africa region. And I already explained why, the whole malaria thing bullshit, right? Nigerian have some of the craziest genetics when it comes to fat switch muscles. And funny enough, he actually reminds me of Russell. Think about it, they actually look alike, guys. Obviously, Russell is another guy that I might actually make a video on because he's actually natty. Russell's actually natty, and he has some of the craziest genetics I've ever fucking seen. I mean, look at his fucking legs. Look at his quads. Victor actually reminds me of what Russell would look like if he hopped on the juice. I mean, think about it, guys. You take Russell, you add some sensu beans. You know what I'm talking about when I say sensu beans. And you end up with Victor Richards, right? And sure enough, guess where Russell is from? You guys just guessed. Nigeria. Once again, I'm telling you guys, I grew up in West Africa. I was born in West Africa. And I grew up surrounded by Africans from all different tribes, all different countries. No one came close in terms of genetics when it came to Nigerians and people from Ghana and the Cameroon-Congo region. If you see an African genetic freak, 9 out of 10 times he's from Nigeria or Ghana. Mark my word. But anyway, let's get back to Victor Richards. There it goes. He's insane progress over these. I mean, look at him as a teenager, guys. Look how big he was as a teen. You can take all the drugs in the world and you wouldn't even look like the way he looked on the left as a teenager. Look at that face. Looks angry than a motherfucker. Like he didn't eat for 3 days. Let's see the next picture. Once again, this is back in his younger days. All right. Look how much mass he was able to put on his body once he hopped on you know what. But even then, I mean, just look at this, man. Look at this. For someone so young. And again, he was over 200 pounds as a teenager. At 5'9", massive, massive genetic advantage. Again, there he is as a teenager, looking better than most of us will look after 20 years of lifting on fucking trend. Another one here. I think this was when he was close to his 20s, probably late teens, early 20s. This is the famous shot. Obviously, it was recorded with a fucking potato, but it's the famous shot of him at the guest posing event with Dorian Yates. As you could tell, they were all out of shape, holding a lot of water. But again, it was a guest posing event. Look at that. And that's another thing. Like, he was so big, but he really didn't have a fucking bubble gut. So he was actually able to keep a pretty decent waist for someone his size. As you can see here, another shot. Very impressive physique. I mean, those quads are piece. Now, don't get me wrong. We never really saw him diced and shredded. So you can see there's not a lot of separation in his legs. But if he had competed, if he had taken bodybuilding extremely seriously and decided to go for the Mr. Olympia, we would have seen the physique like no other. There was another shot here. I mean, look at his forearms. Oh, my goodness. And once again, there goes that waist I told you about. Look at that. He's doing like a mini vacuum. And this is one of my favorite pictures of Vic because you can see how tiny his waist was and his massive proportions. Right? His delts were kind of a weak point, but hey, fuck it. And last but not least, this is the picture of him here next to Don. As you can tell, even in his, 50s, he still had monster fucking arms. But anyway, guys, that's it. You guys requested this video. Victor Richards, a.k.a. Mr. Big, genetic phenom. It's just a shame that he never competed at the Olympia. But anyway, guys, comment below. Let me know what you think about this once-in-a-lifetime specimen. And obviously, let me know who you want me to cover next. All right, see you in the comments. All right, guys, don't forget to like or share the video, subscribe and hit the bell, and buy my HSP Nucleus Overload Training Program. It's the ultimate program for maximum muscle growth. It includes full body workout splits, bro splits, push-pull, home workouts, you name it. Also comes with a complete guide for macros, nutrition, fat loss, muscle growth, hormones, including a meal plan. It's pretty much all my 16 years of experience condensed into one fucking book. You're also going to get free copies of any future edition. So visit Team3DAlpha.com and you can use the 40% off coupon code Nucleus Overload. Or you could just buy the shit at full price. Alright guys, I'm out of here.